There we go, 8 done, 2 to go, up a hill now, and then back to where we started.
So welcome back to another training series episode where I'm heading towards London Marathon. It's 12 weeks out right now when I'm recording this, but when you see it, it will be 11 weeks until race day. And this week for me is the first week where I have the first meaty long run workout. The first what I would class as marathon specific stuff from Coach Will. And I realised that when I was about to start my run, I wasn't going to have my usual chance to warm up, stop the watch, do some drills and strides and roll into a workout and do my usual recording, because this one was one big long 16-mile run, or that's what it ended up being. So I'm just giving you a quick overview now. We're going to roll straight into the workout. You'll hear a little bit from Coach Will about what we've got today, and then you'll see how we got on.
Here we go, 12 weeks out from London Marathon, baby. Let's do this. First big marathon style session today. Really excited for this one. I've been waiting for this for a while. Heading up to the trails for this one because, once again, just like it has been, the industrial estate is still too busy, roadwork's still ongoing, and I can't be dodging all these cars. So yeah, we roll up to the top, and this is just one of 2 big runs this week, which is really exciting. Barcelona next week is going to disrupt things and disrupt the flow. So I'm really focused this week on the quality that I've got coming up, and I really want to execute these 2 runs really well. Speaking of which, I'll let Will explain what they are.
Hello, Mr. Rayner. Back at you with another week of training. Very straightforward one. As we move into the marathon-esque work, big first session for this block is going to be 10 times 3 minutes on, 3 minutes off. When we say on and off, the offs aren't really off and the ons aren't really flat out. What we want to do is work kind of 10 seconds per mile either side of marathon pace. So we're kind of working above, then working below. And then the second main run of the week is just going to be a 2.5 hour long run, reconditioning your body into running for the longer periods of time, and also getting back into taking the nutrition on long runs. Have a cracking week before we head into something naughty, something Espanol next week. Let me know how it goes, and I'll catch you later.
So there we go, 2 big ones, but we focus on today. So what I've done is I've run up and out the other side of the industrial estate. I'll be starting before the green gate. So my first rep will go through it, and I'm just going to do an out and back, 5 reps out, 5 back. Let's keep it undulating. I would rather it was on tarmac, but at this stage in the game, 12 weeks out, it's good strength building, and it's just too busy out there, so it will be worth it. I will just say, I am puffing. After the illness last week, I'm not quite back to where I want to be, and things are harder than they should be, but we're nearly there. Bottom section of the watch, 2.78 miles, just under 400 meters to go, and we roll into rep 1. On the 8th or 9th or 10th rep, I've got to go up this thing. Alright, so that's 2 done, a 5th of the way there. Daunting, this one, isn't it? I love these marathon pace workouts, or marathon length workouts, but they can feel quite big at the beginning. Just going to tick off each rep as they come. On to number 3. 4 done. So just under halfway now. Good so far. Had a coughing fit in that rep, so that wasn't good. Here we go again. Yeah, on to the 5th and halfway.
Make a life for myself. Make a life for myself. Make a life for myself.
Okay, 6 done. 3/5 complete. Feeling all right. I've had to spin at rep 4 because the trail was closed and it's the most runnable one. So I had to spin and do the 5th back this way, which means I'm going to be going back past where we started. But otherwise, now we got the headwind, a bit more challenging this way. That 6th rep showed it in the pace, but floating well, still feeling quite strong. There we go, 8 done, 2 to go, up a hill now, and then back to where we started. So I've got 2 more now, down towards the industrial estate. There we go, absolutely buzzing with that. Finished strong. Granted, I finished out here on the industrial estate, and rep 9 is kind of cheating because it was quite a big bit downhill to get back here. But 10 was fast, and just gets you thinking, what paces could I have run if it was all out here and it wasn't so damn busy? Everyone's parking all up the roads here. It's just a nightmare. So yeah, I'll save that for 5, 6, 7 weeks out. I'd rather take the benefit of the trails and build a bit of strength. So it's going to be 16 miles on the day. I'll see you back at the office for a debrief.
Right, back at the computer now, so I want to go through this with you. It was one heck of a workout and I'm really buzzing. Coffee at the hand, yeah, really excited to go through this one with you. It was a really solid run in the end. It started off a bit ropey, but we finished strong. A massive thanks to Xmiles, your one-stop nutrition shop. They provide you guys with all of your nutrition needs. You can get a 10% discount using the link in the description below. It's 10% discount code FOD10. You can get all your gels in there, protein, electrolytes, you name it, they stock it. They're absolutely fantastic. Noble Pro, I'm an ambassador. I mention it every week. Treadmill specialist. They've just released a new treadmill with a massive screen on it. It looks extremely nice. But of course, I have one of their older models, and I use it and I love going on Zwift. So if you want a discount on a treadmill, 4%, you can get a discount in the description below. Pure Sport, again, a brand that I've been using for nearly 2 years now. I use in particular their Freeze Roll and their Muscle Balm. I use their Freeze Roll before my run this morning, my Muscle Balm afterwards. My legs are nice and tingly now that I've spent time ironing out the knots, putting the Muscle Balm on. They feel really good. It gets me through marathon training and I absolutely love it. Again, link in the description below. And finally, Bodylight Gear, the newest of the supporters for me. They provide reflective clothing and gear to keep you guys safe in those dark mornings and evenings. I've been using it a lot over the last couple of months. I think I said they sent me kit back at the end of October, and I've been using it all through winter. It's brilliant, and again, you can get a discount in the description by using the link and the discount code. Okay, I've literally just necked my coffee because I needed that so badly. Right, here we go then. I want to focus on the gap pace here. So let's roll through this 3 miles steady warm up, and then let's roll straight into this. So you can see here, this is basically undulating all the way, but I had to spin at the 4th rep, as I said out there. So 9 and 10 were back on the concrete. 9, I'm not going to count 9. We'll see. I'll show you why. But yeah, you can see the elevation profile here. This was for the warm up. So it's mainly uphill to get to the top of the trail. And then this is what I'm focused on here, right? So the first one was 5:38 per mile and the gap pace was bang on, exactly the same. And then the float was slightly slower. So pace 6:31, but gap is 6:36. But here is where it gets interesting because this one was uphill. So 5:50 on the watch, but 5:36 gap pace. Floats there relatively similar, slightly slower gap pace, but that's not too bad. Again, pretty much bang on for the third one, 5:34, 5:36, so that's good. Float was fast, but in relation to the fact that I was going downhill, it was the effort I put in was slightly less, so 6:27. And again, this one here, I think this one was downhill as well. So this was 5:36, so 5:41 was the actual effort it reckons that I put in. And I think that is 1, 2, 3, yeah, 4th one. So this is where I span, all right? So this is where it then got quite tricky, I'm not gonna lie. So then the 5th one was 5:34, 5:35, so pretty much bang on, really happy with that. And the float before that was quicker gap pace, so that was good. Much quicker gap pace on this one because this was purely uphill. So I was really happy with that gap pace. Looking at that now, that is really darn good. And then this one again, this was uphill, 5:45 for the rep, 5:40 gap pace. So again, I'll take that, really good. This one pretty much matches bang on, so that's good. And then this one, I believe, was downhill. So this was 7, I think, or 8. 7. This is 7, sorry. So that is downhill, so the gap pace was a bit less. I put the hammer down a bit, but yeah, it still didn't think that I did. And then this is a good one. This was the one that I started partially up that last nasty hill. And then I rolled over onto the flat. So it gave me a good score for that one. It reckoned that I worked harder, so that's good. The float there, again, this was a float that was uphill, completely uphill, and this was the last uphill in it. So you can see my gap pace is quicker than what it reckoned there. And then this is the downhill one, so that's really interesting. The biggest gap here, look, so I clocked 5:17, but it reckons 5:37, which is good because I was kind of aiming. After the first 2 or 3 reps, I thought, okay, 5:30s feels good. This is where I kind of want to situate myself and stay there. So quite happy that it reads that, to be honest with you. And then 6:21 float, 6:29 gap pace, so a little bit slower. And then 5:20, or it reckons 5:22. So that was kind of a mix of up to the college, spin around and back down and then flat. So that was really good to finish that one fast. And then the last float was 6:16 or 6:19. So a tiny bit slower on the gap pace. And again, the steady finish, 3 miles, 6:34 per mile. But it reckons 6:30. So again, I'll take that with an average heart rate in that section of 156. And after all that running, for it to be that high, normally I would expect a heart rate of around, if I was just fresh and I got out the door and ran that pace on a good day, I could maybe looking at 145, 146. So we're talking about like 10 beats a minute higher. So after like 13 miles, because I split a half marathon in about 120, 130, I think. That's amazing. So yeah, really happy with that. So there we go, absolutely buzzing with that, to be honest with you. Really happy with how that went, how I felt. I felt a bit lethargic towards at the beginning. I felt really good at the end. I didn't fuel during. I took a gel with me, didn't use it, felt strong, felt stronger as the run went on. And when the 3 mile moderate at the end finished, I was kind of like, oh, okay, I could keep going if I wanted to. So that was really promising, and I've got to be honest with you, I'm just really happy with the way things are going at the moment. I feel fit, I've just got to be careful. Had a bit of a hamstring twinge yesterday on my easy run. It held up today, and it feels really good today. So I'm just watching these little niggles, spending extra time with that Pure Sport muscle balm, with the massage gun, with the foam roller, all the recovery stuff. And yeah, just obviously 12 weeks out, being in this sort of shape, I'm really happy and buzzing to go to Barcelona next week and give a half marathon a good go. So we'll see how that goes. But overall, yeah, this is the first really solid marathon workout. 16 miles covered, 12 weeks out. Can't ask for more. Thank you guys for sticking around to the end of the video. Thank you for supporting. Thank you for watching. It means the world to me. And I hope your marathon training is going well too. That's it from me today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please do consider giving it a like, share it with your friends, and of course, subscribe to the channel for weekly running content. I'll see you on the next one.